Hey folks, so let's take a look into creating blog posts and the settings that we have within this area. Now, as you know, to create a blog post, you need to go over to Posts, click on Add New, and just follow along with adding in your blog post title. Then within this area, you add in your blog post content, images, and text, so forth. You add in your categories, upload your featured image or the cover image for this post. And then as you scroll down, you choose whether or not you want to add a sidebar, and then you can also upload a decorative image and then a small excerpt area. So everything overall is pretty simple. However, there are a few details that you need to be aware of, and I guess a few details that I want to focus on. Not so much on how to create a post, because this info is pretty generic. There's really nothing special about uploading images or any type of media into this WordPress content area. What I want to focus on is the structure of the blog post. Okay, so whenever you head on over to Flotheme and you go over to Posts, you are taken to this page over here where we have several video tutorials, and then you have three additional tabs. One that's called Global Layout, and then another one that's called Templates and Miscellaneous. Now, the ones that I want to focus on primarily is these two, global layout and templates. Within the templates area, you get to choose the default view for all of your blog posts that you will be creating. So we have two templates kind of pre-designed, I guess, for you, and you choose one of the following options, whichever one suits you best, and then click on Apply Template and Confirm. Okay. So once you've selected a template, you are then redirected to this global layout tab, and you can see the actual template structure broken down section by section. Okay, now once you've selected a template, it also applies to this area over here if you create a new blog post. Okay, so the blog post that you create will inherit the layout selected within the following area. Okay, one thing to keep in mind is that if you select a certain template, just as any other page, you can still edit the layout and make changes to it. So you can scroll down to the bottom and click on Add Block. And let's say you want to add, I don't know, an additional text block at the bottom of your page. You can easily do that and type in something generic into the following area, and that will be applied to all of your blog posts. Then you can add related items. You can remove certain blocks of content, for example like this comments area. If this is irrelevant for you, simply go ahead, remove all of this, social links, etc. Make all of the adjustments and then click on update. And once again, once you click on update, this area over here within posts, this area will also be updated and will affect all of your blog post layouts. Okay, so yeah, this area is, I guess, explained and taken care of. Now, whenever you go ahead and create a new blog post, once again, the process is standard. You add in all of your content, select your categories and stuff like that. And once you've added in your content, as mentioned earlier, you will inherit the layout selected within the flow theme area. However, if a certain blog post requires a more custom layout or maybe an additional block of content, some additional info, etc., what you can do is click on Use a Custom Layout for this post. So by default, this section over here will be duplicated with this area over here. Okay, so you will receive the layout from the Flothemes area, and you can follow up with the exact same process. Click on Add Block or Remove Blocks if that is required, and customize a specific blog post that you are creating. This will not affect any other blog post aside from the one that you are editing at the moment. Okay, so this is very convenient if you want to add additional pieces of info or text or content to a certain blog post. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. In terms of additional elements that I wanted to talk about is the excerpt area. This is something that you can find within, let's say, list A. We have certain areas where we have a piece of text before you click on view post. Now, generally, if you do not add anything within this excerpt field, what you'll end up with is the text added to your blog post will be shown as the preview. However, it will cut off somewhere in the middle. So to avoid that, what you can do is add a piece of text in the excerpt area, and it can look something like this over here. Okay, so none of the text content will be cut off in the middle of a given word. Okay, another area that you should be aware of is this decorative image area. This is used primarily in our grids. Let me show you. Okay, so let's see, grid list E. Okay, so as you hover over here, we have flip-flops, then we have airplane, map, etc. So all of those little icons are uploaded as decorative images. Okay, so whenever you also create a blog page for certain layouts like this grid layout, you can choose whether or not you want to enable decorative images, or if you want to have them only for specific posts, etc. All of that can be adjusted. So this is a pretty cool feature that you guys could also take advantage of to customize your posts and give them a more unique look. So yeah, using decorative images can really help you push out your brand presence and maximize it to the fullest. Other than that, we've covered the entire set of settings that we have for our blog posts. I hope everything makes sense in this video, and I will see you guys around later. One other thing I forgot to mention earlier is regarding the screen options area. If you unfold the settings, you can see all of the different fields or blocks enabled within this area. So every once in a while WordPress would hide the excerpt area, or you may not see this custom post option. Simply go over to the screen options and enable this area. Also, if you do not want to see this discussions area, if this is irrelevant for you, simply scroll up and disable this option altogether. Okay, so that's just one thing that I wanted to point out as well.